ESPN8, The Ocho, bringing you the finest and seldom seen sports from around the globe since 1999. If it's almost a sport, we've got it here.
It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was a weekend in Las Vegas. Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of SGFFL Today. I am your host, The Commish. The opening round of the playoffs featured a lot of things that Las Vegas does, things you just don't see every day. Take, for instance, this, looking up the skirt of a large lady statue. Also, things you don't see every day. Another thing you don't see is the lower seeds at 12, 11, 10, 9, knocking off the higher seeds of 5, 6, 7, and 8. Well, we had 3 of those happen last weekend. We saw the 12, the 10, and the 9 seeds advance. 2 of those games decided by just 1 point. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboards. Uncle Rico with the 12 seed knocked off Jason Gross, the 5 seed. Jason watched this one slip away while in Sin City. The 11 seed Trevor Gross and his TBGs BBDs were manhandled by the 6 seed Dr. Feelgood and the St. Paul Subluxations. 10th seeded Brandon Mejia in his second season won his first ever playoff game. Also a 1-point victory over league stalwart Bert's Badasses. And Big D's Dynasty just outscores Bob Polkamp and the Last Trip Swamp Dogs. And of course, Las Vegas induces some emotions to boil over. Brandon Mejia still was a little upset over how the end of the season was handled, where he thought via text that he was going to win his division by points. Turns out that Gabe Stott actually had the points turned around, and Chris Jetton, Big Chief, actually had more points than Brandon Mejia.
I thought I was going to be the divisional leader, and then it comes down to the max points. I don't know. I mean, where did the misunderstanding go? Because Scott said it was wrong. I thought from your writing it was right.
According to the stats, to the breakdown.
Okay.
It's win percentage.
Okay.
Head to head, and then
we were
points.
tied for both of those.
Right then it comes down to points.
And like the true man that he is, Gabe Stott admitted he made an error.
I read it wrong. I can own that. Thought I had it right. End of story.
It's just backwards. I don't know.
They transposed the scores. Flipped them.
And as the liquor continued to flow, Brandon Mejia had some other things he wanted to get off his chest.
But I just want to know for a fact that things aren't being switched behind everyone's back. I don't think Scott would do that. I don't believe this league is about that. But it just there's always little changes, and it just makes me be like...
And sometimes it pays to do a little research. The league page clearly shows all of the roster limits, how many players are allowed at each position, and yes, you could start 4 tight ends if you wanted. The league page also shares the regular season tiebreaker rules, which comes down to winning percentage, then total points, followed by head-to-head. This season, Brandon and Chris tied in winning percentage, but Chris clearly scored more points, making him the division winner. The league is actually very straightforward. All of the rules are on the page, and all it takes is a couple clicks of a mouse or a couple swipes of a finger to find all the information that you will ever need. Nothing is ever hidden. Everything is out in the open. And what we voted on this year were just 2 items: to allow free agents in the playoffs, which was voted yes, and to possibly change the wacky scoring of kickers. That was turned down, so it will stay.
And then to have 2 straight-up ties, I've never seen that in my life. I mean, I'm 11, 11, and 2. I've never seen that in my life, ever in my life.
Au contraire, mon frere. Another fun fact, actually ties are very common in this league. Just last year, Gabe Stott finished the season with 2 ties. The year before, in 2021, Uncle Rico and Chief, both playoff teams this year, had multiple ties. Kyle Stumpf had multiple in 2019. And let's not forget Donovan Diker and Big D's 3 ties in 2018. It's actually a very common occurrence with our scoring system. Moving along now to our league quarterfinal matchups, and this week looms large because a win gets each team into league semifinals, and that means they are in the money.
Show me the money! Show me the money!
12 seed Ken Colavani and Uncle Rico look to take down top seeded Dan Wacker and Ron Mexico's STDs. And look what we have next. It's the put up or shut up game between Brandon and Gabe, the 10 seed versus the 2 seed. And coming off his franchise's first ever playoff win, here's a message he has for Gabe heading in to the quarterfinals.
Stayed confident, stayed strong. I just want to let everyone know that Silver and Black Lives Matter actually matter in this league. I may be a rookie, may be new, may not know how these rules work because they change every week according to Gabe. But Gabe, I'm coming for you, buddy. I know you made a mistake in that text message, and that's okay. We're going to settle it on the field. Mano y mano, senor. So just know that it's strictly business when we face off next week, and I want nothing but the best for you. But just know the best is coming. And once we take down that 2 seed, you know I'm coming for the rest, baby. Ride high, ride long, and good luck. Thanks for coming.
Oh, shots fired. And here's the response from Coach Stott. Gabe's response, I'll let my squad do the talking. Hopefully they show up. Not worth engaging in trash talking at this point. A strong stance from a relatively strong man, followed by a few expletives that we chose not to air on this family show. The lines are drawn in the sand. It's circled on the calendar for many of us to see how it unfolds this weekend. Other matchups this weekend include the 9 seed Big D's Dynasty versus the 3 seed DOD and Austin Dickman. 6 seeded Dr. Feelgood takes on the 4 seed Chris Big Chief Jetton in a battle for the Piers Healy High coonskin hat. All in all, the trip to Las Vegas was a success, as afterwards the fellas discussed how to take a shot.
He goes, cheers, down, then up, great.
And also discovered some more of the wonders located within Las Vegas.
Bro, his phone folds in half. His phone folds in half.
That'll do it for this edition of SGFFL Today. I am your host, The Commish, and remember, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
How'd it go? You still recording?
Hey, shut her down.
Come back in a few hours.